talked a lot about the importance, how on paper at least, the first month of Big 12 schedule shapes up as your toughest. The fact that you won 2 of 3 here against Oklahoma State, now 2 of 3 here against TCU. Are you kind of doing what you're need to do to kind of keep yourself in position down the road?
I think you're in position. I mean, history says probably not going to lose more than 7 to 9 games and win the league. That's what you're talking about. And so you're going to have to play really good baseball moving forward. And you mentioned the 3 teams we played. I mean, that's a tall task against the other ones because our league's good top to bottom. I mean, everybody's playing good baseball, and so. In other words, we're going to need to keep evolving as a team, basically, and build a little more margin for error in there.
What did it do for you to get 95 pitches and 4 innings out of Parrish after he gave up, 3 runs in the first?
Yeah, it allowed you to get free, to give it to Free and Beckel, late in the game. We were trying to buy a couple innings there with McGar, and just felt like with the way the first at bat went, just felt like we needed to just go ahead and go to Free because we were going to anyway the next inning. And so, yeah, I thought Parrish did his job. And based on the first inning, he really did a good job minimizing in the first. I mean, really, when you look at all the traffic he had, and he's always a pitch away from a double play ball. I mean, the way he has with his sink.
And what did you feel about the job that Free and Beckel did?
I mean, obviously, there was 1 run against Free. I mean, you can't really ask for much more than what they did, and it's good to see Beckel back out there. We were excited about McGar throwing. It's just when it's Sunday and series is on the line, and you're trying to shorten the game a little bit for Free and Beckel and Robinson and all the guys that are down there, Sanders. So yeah, those guys did a good job.
Case Charleston 3rd consecutive 3-hit game, and now he's 11 for 22 in the last 4 games. Not that it's new, but I mean, what has enabled him to just play as a true freshman? I mean, at the level that he has.
He probably wants to play a little better. I mean, he's really got good bat to ball skills and really good hand-eye coordination and really good runner. I mean, a lot of times the guys that are runners might not slump as much as a guy that doesn't run because you get some infield hits, even though I don't think he's had a whole bunch of them. He did create an inning Friday. I mean, if you remember, with the drag bunt Friday, I mean, he kind of got that whole thing going. And so, but I think he's just, I think it's just bat to ball skills.
He was a home run short of the cycle, so.
Yeah, he probably need to hit one off the batter's eye or something. I mean, maybe a diving center fielder. I mean, yesterday he had one that if Nunez doesn't catch it, you're okay. If it gets by him, possibly. Like as far as the ball going over the fence, I had probably not hit for the cycle.
Coach, you had 6 players with a multi-hit day, and then another in Austin Green who was on base a ton, just had 1 hit though. I mean, that kind of pressure on a team, a good pitching team, or any team, I mean, you have to like where that's going into the future.
Yeah, I mean, really thought the guys did a good job extending at bats against Brown. I mean, he threw 77 pitches, it looks like, in 3 1/3. Guy's 96 miles an hour. He's got a good arm, like you see a lot of times, and so really the key is just having good at bats and trying to extend them, and might not be the guy that gets a hit, but I mean if you're winning pitches, it definitely helps. And so yeah, I mean it's a good arm. And so yeah, you're obviously proud of the way the guys handled that.
Coach, do you know On the replay of the plate play with Harrelson, did the umpire initiate that, or was TCU initiating?
No, they asked.
Okay.
As soon as it happened, they asked him. Not sure he touched the plate. Cash said he didn't think he touched the plate. He was on deck, and I'm not sure if he did or didn't. I haven't seen it. You said he didn't.
He didn't. No.
Yeah. So he missed it with his hand.
Yeah, he went right by the back corner. He beat the tag,
Which is what he needed to do to be safe. You know, we were talking about, you know, you'd like to just hit a deep fly ball, score the run. And, I was telling J-Bob, he was asking me, he goes, hey, do you want me to send him? Well, yeah, he's one of the guys that you can because he's so fast. You know, on that ball, the pitcher makes a slight hesitation and it's a banger. Most guys are doing what Cash did, maybe earlier or later. You know, he's going and the pitcher catches it, shut it down, stay at third base. So we could have had a little more margin for error in there. I mean, we had a pass ball, had two of those situations. So.
Nolan, how are you guys able to obviously get to Cam Brown the way you guys did today, the whole lineup?
Just having the same approach no matter what arm's on the mound. Like, he was a really good arm, had a really good fastball, and a really tight slider. So as soon as we see that out there, we have to heighten our approach even more to really try to drive him out of the game and run his pitch count up. And I think we did a really good job of that early on and got him out pretty quick.
And then not a bad time for, I guess, your first home run. Gives you guys a 2-run lead.
Yeah.
Just what was the mindset going into that at bat? And
My
obviously
mindset was hit a hard ground ball through the 6 hole and didn't really do that. I hit it in the air and the wind kind of got a hold of it. So I'm not going to say I have a lot of juice and can hit the ball out, but luckily that one got out. So it was pretty fun.
Brian, what was working for you today on the mound? 3 innings pitched.
I would say probably the fastball. I mean, today I didn't really have my best stuff, but I mean, I would say kind of fastball, I guess.
Just able to battle through it.
Yeah, I had my guys behind me. You know, they did great. So luckily, I had great defense behind me that helped me get through it.
Ryan, yesterday TCU had 5 home runs and 5 doubles, and today, after the first inning, they only had 3 hits.
Yeah.
How'd you feel just about the job that the staff did in general, especially the back end of the bullpen?
Yeah, I mean, I think that baseball's a day-to-day thing. Like, I think our bullpen went out there and shoved, and you know, I think it could have gone any way. I don't know. Yeah, just baseball. Stuff happens.
Nolan, you talk a lot about just the offensive firepower on this team as you come through here. It's 6 guys with a multi-hit day. Green, 1 hit, but on base a ton, scored a bunch of runs. I mean, offensively, do you feel like it's continuing to improve as you guys go along?
Yeah, the further and the more established our lineup has gotten, we're seeing people develop and progress at really, really quick speeds. And now it doesn't matter where you are in the order, you're not going to have an easy out at any time in the game. Like, Tracer Lopez is playing his ass off out in the 9-hole right now. Like, he could be leading off just as easily as I am right now. So, yeah, I think the further and the deeper we go into the season, I think the deeper our lineup gets, and we have guys on the bench that are really good that aren't necessarily starting every day that can come off the bench and make just as big of an impact as any of the 9 guys on the lineup that day. So,
were you guys aware in the dugout that Gage was a home run shy of the cycle, just kind of during the game?
No, I didn't know that until right now.
So, and I ask because then he ended up getting punched out trying to work a walk.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, is that where your head would be if you knew you were in that spot?
I don't know. Maybe if I'd already hit a home run and I needed something that wasn't a home run, probably not. If I needed a home run to finish the cycle, I don't hit home runs hardly ever. So I would have been, just trying to go through my normal business and try to work a good at bat like he did.
Gage has 3 straight 3-hit games, 3 hits in all 3 games of the series, and he had 11 hits in his last 4. What do you think has enabled him to thrive to the degree he has as a true freshman, especially batting high in the order?
I think just getting reps and getting playing time. Like, I think Coach Tadlock sticking with him, even when he was struggling a week or 2 ago, is allowing him to really progress and develop as a player, because like those young guys like Tracer too, just them seeing more pitches, going day to day, but still playing, still starting, even if they have a rough game, it just gives them confidence that the coaches believe in them and want them to succeed, and it's letting them develop and play to how good they really are. I mean, those guys are really good, and they're showing everybody right now.
Brian, what was it like? What was it like among the bullpen guys or the staff to not have Beckel last week and then to get him back?
I think we didn't really think of anything of it, just next man up, and I think we all have the ability to do great things, and I believe in every single guy in our bullpen, so I don't think we really thought anything of it.
Ron, I'm wondering, with your family history at Tech, was this always kind of the place you wanted to end up?
Yeah, I would say this is definitely very high, my number one place I want to go, and I wanted to be here, so yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Ryan, you probably spent a lot of time with Trenton Parrish in the bullpen. What is he as a competitor? Obviously got out of that first inning and gave you all 4 innings. Just what is he like as a competitor, from what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, guy's just a fireball, you go out there, he goes out there and, you expect competitive pitches and competitive innings no matter what situation he's in, and that's why I love him out there. He always competes, so.
How would y'all describe the atmosphere today, especially since you had another warning early and then an ejection in the fourth, Taylor getting ejected after the 4th and Charlos getting ejected in the 6th? What did it feel like out there in that?
Kind of felt the same to me. I mean, I'm way out in left field, so I have no idea what's going on with that team. So, yeah, like, I mean, I don't really have a comment on it. It was just 2 Big 12 teams trying to win, both playing, competing, and yeah, I mean, I'm way out there, so I don't really have a great insight on that.
Yeah, Sam, I'm way out there.
You're even farther away.
I don't know, just a lot of injury out there, both teams.